I'm a humble person. You can say a son of humble farmer, teacher, and a transporter. We work on a zero commission strategy. Last 6 years, GoaMiles has not taken any single rupee as a commission from the taxi driver pocket. We rather, just believing in enabling people. We believe in empowering people. We don't, make them as a job opportunity to work with as a driver. Rather, we empower them to become a owner of the vehicle. We are very transparent to all ecosystem players. My driver also knows that how much money we are making.
Welcome to a brand new show or a brand new episode of the business show with PRITAM ONSKER. As you know, in this show we only intend to create memories, to create experiences, to talk about stories which will inspire the young Goan population in and around us to take the plunge into business, go and make a global presence for themselves and so on. So every time we have new guests, new members who have contributed to Goa in some way or the other. They have created a business here in Goa, taken it to the global, or have created business by coming into Goa. So today's guest is one such gentleman, and I can relate to him the most because he is also somebody like me who has spent a lot of his time in corporate with companies like Wipro, Tech Mahindra, etc., and has worked on similar product lines also like cyber security, data security, etc. So welcome Utkarsh.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful to have you on the show. We are going to talk a lot about your business, but before we get there, would love to know who Utkarsh is, how his childhood has been, what is his Goa Connect, and so on.
Okay. So to give very briefly about myself, see, I'm a humble person. You can say a son of humble farmer, teacher, and a transporter, and a grandson of transporter. So knowing the transport domain right from my childhood, I spent a good time with my father and grandfather to understand that what is the passenger mobility and what is the goods transportation. So that's in blood now. Fondly, many people, close friends talk about me. They say I don't have a heart in my body. It's rather four-wheel running over there. So that's about as a family background. My childhood I spent most of the time from the rural areas, right? Northern Maharashtra. I come from Jalgaon district and done my master in computer science. Then worked with IT industry, contributed a lot into the various border solutions, security solutions, cyber security area mainly. And after having around 11 to 12 year contribution into IT industry, I turned back to my roots, and that's how I'm there now in the transport domain.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, what was the trigger for this shift? Because I'm asking this out of my own personal experience, that it's very difficult when you spend so much of time in corporate to come back and do something on your own, because the salary that comes on the first of every month becomes an addiction.
Yeah.
So, what was your trigger to do the shift?
See, creating entrepreneurship is a dream from childhood, right? Because if you are a third generation transporter, you always see your father and grandfather how they grown the business for your family, and even for the ecosystem, right? I strongly believe in that business should be there for everyone, not for one person. So while working with IT organizations like Wipro and Tech Mahindra, the thought was back of mind, always there, right? And fortunately, I got a good exposure, mainly particularly with the Wipro experience to when we work with the cross-border projects, plus the domestic projects when it comes to transport security, physical security, and cyber security, right? So there was always a hinge in my mind that I am contributing a lot for the country, not for the IT industry. Let's me also expand this domain, how best we can contribute for sustainable transport economy. So that was the ethos. But now if you want to do a business with a philanthropy thought, it's very difficult.
It's very difficult. I agree.
Because you need to have either deep pocket or deep back support over there. The best part, my father suggested me that if you want to do something for somebody else, first you need to start from home.
True.
So my home is a transport domain, right? and that's how it's a trigger to me how best I can transform the life of the transporter or the drivers. And I got a Goa as a great platform for me, to implement that solution over there. We'll discuss about it in detail more on that part. But in a nutshell, yes, the trigger was to, there is always, the feelings towards the, emotional feeling towards the transport domain and transporters. I seen the pain areas, from my childhood, how they live, how they manage their finances, how they, survive throughout the, business, non-business times, right? So all that ups and downs I seen, in my life. So I thought that let me implement something to transform their life.
Brilliant. I mean, that's an amazing thought, Utkarsh, and congratulations for
Thank you.
from taking it off from there and building what it is today. So now, roughly, how many people do you serve? I mean, how many families do you support?
Okay. See, if you ask a particularly GoaMiles story, so right, we have more than 3,700 plus, drivers which are registered with us.
Wow.
Right. And any given point of time, almost 2,000 plus drivers are active on the roads.
Fantastic.
So they are serving every day almost more than 16 to 17,000 people we mobilize every day.
Every day.
So far we have transported almost 71 lakh people with GoaMile platform.
And yet we have shortage of drivers, isn't it?
Yeah, yet we have shortage of driver, and we are losing business every day also. Right. We need to serve more vehicles. But if you ask me, particularly the overall journey for the last 6 years, right? While achieving these numbers of more than 71 lakh plus, passengers, we got a very different experience because our customers are local plus, the tourists.
Yes.
So it's a different interaction with a different set of people, right? People coming from northern side, southern India, eastern part, western
Everybody
part.
comes to Goa.
Everybody comes to Goa. And Goa is really a gateway of, opportunities.
The real global destination in some sense.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's dive a little bit more into GoaMiles because a lot of people in their thought have this question that all over India you have Ola and Uber, or if they go abroad they have at least have Uber. And we have seen how big those companies have become. And when they come to Goa, they have this company which is GoaMiles, which you have created. So how do you differentiate yourself from the bigger brands? And what is your thought process of creating this niche here first? And now, I know that you are also going nationwide. So what is the thought process behind creating this niche here, and how are you different from the big brands?
It's a really great question for me to, give my own perspective on this, particular topic. It's very close to my heart, right? If we differentiate ourselves, I'll not take the name of the biggies, right? Because, being a fair practice, I need to be neutral on that part.
Absolutely.
But I'll differentiate, as a ethos of the business and business principle. All the names what you have taken, they are the biggies of this domain, across the globe or probably across the country, right? The first business principle what we, entrust into Goan mind is that we work on a zero commission strategy.
Wow.
Last 6 years, GoaMile has not taken any single rupee as a commission from the taxi driver pocket. So this is the first difference between them and us. We are 180-degree opposite to them in terms of surcharge also. They charge surcharge to the customers, morning, peak hours, there are different rates. GoaMile in last 6 years, there are fixed rates.
Fantastic.
We never change our rates, based on the season, based on, opportunity versus availability mechanism. We feel that is something pleasing the customer and even pleasing the, driver who is, working very hard on the wheel, more than 7 or 8 hours, per day, right? It's not so easy job.
Not so easy, yeah.
And he always feel that, I'm working hard and somebody is taking money from my pocket. So that's the biggest differentiation between them and us. So third difference, is that we rather, just believing in enabling people, we believe in empowering people. We don't, make them as a job opportunity to work with us as a driver. Rather, we empower them to become an owner of the vehicle.
Wow.
With the support of the government and Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawantji and Transport Minister Marvin Godinoji, we have initiated Mukhyamantri Goja Taxi Patra Yojana, where we identify the certain set of people who are family income are less than 10,000, 20,000, and they have fire in the belly. Such people we identify, we empower them, with the down payment from our side. Then, we give the vehicle, on their name right from first day.
Day one, huh?
Day one. So this is the biggest difference between the names what you have taken in us.
No, I'm sure that it takes me also by surprise because I never knew this. And it's now that I'm talking to you, I can see that it's a very unique business model, right? I mean, a lot of these platforms, as you rightly said,
Fourth biggest difference, let me just elaborate on that part. Across the country, if you see that the unions and other people are opposite to the technology, and there is a reason for that. Why they're opposing? Because they know that somebody is coming and fixing their business over there. Whereas GoaMile business thought is very different. We never inducted our own vehicle in the market. So here is the mechanism start. Apna gadi, bahar ka gadi, right? And the difference between apna gadi, bahar ka gadi, the union people get already disappointed on that part. Whereas right last 6 years, GoaMile has never inducted our own vehicle in the market.
it's so always in the driver community.
This stops the malpractice, giving or segregating the duties for our own vehicle or outside vehicle. So we give a equal treatment to all people. All vehicle owners are Goan over there. Driver might come from nearby state based on the eligibility and the batch criteria over there. However, the owners are Goan, and it gives a benefit to all Goan, right?
Fantastic. I mean, as I said, even I was not aware that you're working on a zero commission model, no surcharge, 100% ownership from day one for the drivers,
Yeah.
no induction of your vehicle. I mean, this is, so where do you make the money?
Great
You know,
question.
I don't want you to
Fifth
share
point
your
I'd like to
secret
add, fifth point, it's a very transparent business model. Fifth point I'd like to add, we are very transparent to all ecosystem player. My driver also knows that how much money we are making. And the revenue model is pretty simple. What we do, we give a fixed rate to the vehicle owner for, let's say, hatchback, sedan and MUV vehicle. So 20 to 24, let's say 27 rupees is the fixed rate. No matter what happens, that kilometer rate is given to them. There is no deduction from that rate, apart from TDS and other things are there. But what we do, we put flat fee to the customers. Marginally probably very low volume, right from 30 rupees to 150 rupees. That gives us the labor to use that margin money to sustain our humble environment.
Of course.
And we are really as a team, we are very humble and nimble people. It's a team of 105 people.
Wow.
105 local Goans are driving this organization,
Fantastic.
and I'm really proud on my team. It's not a one-man job, right? So each department is led by the credible leader over here. And one more thing I'd like to tell you, and you'll be really feel proud about this. This is the first organization created in Goa, and also given a ESOP to the Goan employees.
Wow.
Now they are the part of the organization. They are owner of the organization.
Fantastic. Because I mean, I can go on and on and on and on, but of course, we have some time constraint, and I want to ask you some more important questions, which will inspire our, audience. The whole intent is to also bring some light on the newbie entrepreneurs, if they want to get into their own business, how they can do that. So, what has been your story in terms of I understand you come from a business family, your grandfather was a transporter, your father was in the transport business. But even then, after coming from a working class, right, it's very difficult to start on a business. So what are those 3-4 things that you would like our audience to focus on when they look to get into a new business?
My suggestion to the all youngsters, right, if you have an idea, first of all don't stop there. Because many times what happens, सपना सपना रहना कोई मतलब नहीं होता है. सपना reality बनना मांगता है. When you imagine something, or let's say you have a dream of about some business concept, the very first thing you should not shy away to hide it or keep it with yourself only. Identify the right set of people, explain your idea.
Correct.
That gives freedom to you to verify that whether that idea is business doable, yes or no. And you may get a right audience, it could be investor, it could be supporter, it could be well-wisher, right? But set of people you need to identify that. That is step number 1. Step number 2, you should at least ensure yourself you have a sustainable, financing with you for at least to sustain for 1,000 days. If you can sustain for 1,000 days without doing anything, that business can sustain like anything. We've gone through that. So we are not only benchmark, but this is the experience of the world most renowned people over there, right, who have started a business. And third thing, you should have very credible people to build as a strong team. Without team, nothing is possible. I vouch again and again that GoaMile is standing strong, just not because of me, as a leadership over there. Along with me, there is great people who are working with me. And the third level, give credit to all drivers also. Because of them, we are working strongly.
Absolutely.
So they're also part of the ecosystem.
They are one of the best stakeholders that you have.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yes. So I mean.
So building a team together, that should be the leadership capability you need to nurture. Explain the ideas to the people, so people can appreciate, people can criticize, people can weight that, or people can finance that, right? And third thing, create a sustainability for a long time.
Yeah, so I'm again curious to ask this question to you that, I'm sure that it was very tempting to become a Me Too, right? The big names that I took some time back, to become a Me Too was very easy for you, right? But you have built completely different structure or a model here, which is, it's like, you're in the soap industry. What you have to do is bring a new soap, give a new label, give a new packaging and launch it. You didn't do that.
Yeah.
You went the other way, completely in the opposite direction. Now, how do you plan to take this to India with your All Miles, as you call it, which is the parent brand, I guess, right?
Correct.
So, how is All Miles going to give this tough competition to some of the biggies?
See, the strategy is pretty simple. Again, we'll want to stick with our basics and principle. I don't need to fight with the people having deep pocket, because either the way I don't have a deep pocket, to fight with them.
Correct.
Right. We created, GoaMiles as a very sustainable and successful, example in the country, running in the state, right? A same ethos, same business principle, we want to take it across the country and across the globe now.
So, which is your next trade?
So, see, tourist destinations are the best play for me.
Sorry?
Tourist destination.
Okay.
So, next is Uttarakhand.
Wow.
Then there is Ujjain, Mahakal.
So, is it going to be called Uttarakhand Miles?
No, it will be all mile, right from first mile to last mile.
Okay.
Right. And all mile can, give, complete tourism umbrella to the people who are traveling across the country. Right. But we'll start with the tourism, destination first, and then we'll come up to tier 1 and tier 2 city. That's the plan.
So the trigger for tourism destination comes from where? I mean, what is the motivation there?
See,
it becomes a global presence automatically?
Inherently, you answer the question, over there. See, the tourists are the people who have appetite to, roam around and, spend for the leisure and experience over there. Apart from that, these are the best people to share the experience, with others also. See, we have adopted, very simple strategy even to market GoaMiles. We hardly spend anything big on to the social over here. We stick to the basics, leverage social media, and our customers are the, word of mouth spread for us. Because if you see ourselves onto the, app store that is on a iOS platform, we are having presence only in the Goa, right?
Yeah.
Others name what you have taken, they are having presence more than 600 to 700 countries cities,
Yeah.
right? They are so we are ranging standing in 1 to 50 over there. So it's a very credible position for us. Having presence only in one city, still are in first 50. Right.
So basically, people who come and here use it really appreciate the kind of experience they are getting.
Correct.
I have used GoaMiles a couple of times.
Great.
From airport to home, and
we always feel happy to hear the experience from the people traveling abroad. Even coming over here, they take a biggest name and they say that this is what best we identified in GoaMiles as compared to the others, right?
Absolutely.
And also there are some criticism, right, that gives us opportunity to improve better every day.
Absolutely. It goes without saying. I mean, without critics, we won't be there.
Yeah.
If we are in the service industry,
it's required.
We need critics to be there.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So, tell me the top 3 hits and top 3 misses of your life. I would say, not just the business.
Top 3?
Top 3 hits and top 3 misses.
Okay. So if you see, in terms of memories, I'll tell you, right? So first of all, Goa's taxi patra, that Mukhyamantri taxi patra, that's one of the best thing what we done for Goa.
The scheme for the owning the vehicle for the one which are below the certain salary bracket, income bracket. Sorry, yeah.
And Goan people.
And go on.
The second best thing is that we achieved the overall multimodal transport platform first in the country for Goa.
Wow.
So you can leverage this single ticket for bus also, for auto rickshaw also, and for the taxi also.
Wow.
Now soon we are coming with a shared mobility.
Fantastic.
Right. And third, I'll say that very proud feeling is that in Goa, taxi drivers never come in ambit of the taxpayer. Now they are proud to more than 2,000 taxi drivers, part of GoaMiles, are filing return.
Wow.
So
It's a great achievement.
it's a great achievement for a state also, right? And it has been appreciated by the Chief Minister of the Dr. Pramod Sawanji of Goa, right? So earlier taxi business is all cash business. In GoaMile, you will be surprised to understand our digital ratio over there. We're almost 85 to 87% digital transaction. Only 13% is the cash transaction. That too from airport and certain segments. Mopa Airport.
That's wonderful. And top 3 misses? Something that you could have done better?
Well, I think many times union feels that there should be earlier communication with us. But since we came Goa as a call of the tourism department, right? I always feel that I should have opportunity to discuss with the tourism associations, unions over there. We can share our ethos to them, what exactly we want to bring it for Goa, and probably would have corrected some misunderstanding in their mind. That is one of the thing over there. A second thing is that we want to bring the electric vehicle for the in the current phase. So we're a little bit delay on that part, but probably next year we'll be initiating that. It is on a ROI basis calculation, right? Although the whole world is behind that investment charter in rosy pictures over there. So we strongly believe that there should be a better ROI. So we'll join that bandwagon next year. But we are starting with new auto rickshaws which are 100% electric from next month.
Okay.
Right.
You're already starting from next.
Yeah, we're also.
Okay.
So delay on that part is there. And probably a third thing is that we want to come with across state of Goa, the integrated tourism platform, which had delayed for 2 years, but now it's in picture from this year.
Okay. Then what all it will cover?
So far we have covered the experiences with some hotel industry connects, ferry rides we have connected, right?
Very nice.
So I'm talking about this low on that part is because of the COVID and other reason. But this is a good time for us now. Participating in Amazing Goa gives a lot of liberty to interact with foreign delegates also, right? So now I think we can cover up that part.
Yeah. So the misses will become hits soon.
Yeah.
Excellent. So now I'm coming to a little serious question on the regulations.
Okay.
Or the support that you would want to see come in. Because I can see you have created 105 jobs, you have made them the owners of the company, you're supporting so many drivers and so many taxis are on the road. So obviously all this doesn't happen, with one intent being there. I'm sure that there is a support which is needed from government, the regulatory authorities, the public at large. So what are some of the things that you would want to change in this space?
The couple of areas when it comes to regulation and support from the government, which we still feel that we need some better support from on that aspect, and we'll be putting that to respective department also. The first and foremost is that when it comes to insurance of the taxi driver, right? The group insurance mechanism is treated separately for the employee and treated separately for the affinity. So if government can bring some some regulation on that part, anybody can do a insurance for a group of people working for the business units over there, rather establishing the employee-employer relationship, right? So that can give a better edge for us to care our people.
It can help my startups also, because I run a tailoring startup where all my 800 tailors are not my employees.
Correct.
But I would love to have a group insurance for them.
Correct, absolutely. It can help many businesses over there. This is one thing. Second thing, I think there should be regulation on the owning of the vehicle, because money has to come to the own pocket. But there should be liberty to run that vehicle. Whoever having the legitimate driving license in the country or in the state should be able to drive the vehicle, because we as a country should allow the people to do the business and run the business wherever you are there, as long as you fit in the legal ambit.
True.
Right.
So these are the two asks in some sense.
Exactly.
What about from the public? How do you want them to support your cause? One is take a ride.
I think they are supporting me a lot on that side. So every day we are almost transporting more than 1,500 to 1,800 people, which are local Goan, repeat customer for us. Sometimes they visit offices or hospitals or relatives and other even party locations, right? There is a specific ask from the local people for GoaMile, right? We're really thankful for all of them to giving a great support so far in last 6 years. Lot of love and affection and support given on social media also. But apart from that, now we want that they should understand the overall ecosystem, right? What is based and what is in the interest of the local people can be given on a publicity on a different platform or social platform. That's what we support, additional support from the local people.
And as a business, right, you are always pressed for money. And I've been speaking to a few other entrepreneurs, and I see that they have also built companies which are bootstrapped, 300 plus employees, but still bootstrapped. So they've not borrowed money. What is your story on that front? Are you a funded company, a bootstrap company?
It's a mix. So most of the time we are in a bootstrap mode. Initial first 3 to 4 years.
Lovely.
And post-COVID, then we started picking up slowly, little bit equity from the market. And some banking support.
Super. So all I'm trying to say to the listeners and viewers is that a business can be built and we run for 4 years being bootstrapped, right? And,
Absolutely.
And I have 100 people working for you.
If there is a wish, there is a will, anything can be done.
No, see, a lot of times, as you rightly said, the ideas remain ideas because people are scared to take this jump thinking that there will be no enough money to support. But I think you and few of the other episodes that I've so far run are a clear example that money is not the problem always.
Absolutely. And on this platform, let me share a thought. In case if Goan entrepreneurs approach us, we'll try whatever best we can support them.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. Now, one word each. Three things that you want the young entrepreneurs to look at when they start a business.
Okay. First of all, think something which is innovative and solve the masses problem. We have something.
Let the problem be big.
We're fortunate enough to get a big problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So if you are solving the industry problem, their success is 50% is achieved over there. Right? Rather spending time more on to rosy ideas and some rosy pictures, spend a time on the basic problems. If you can address the basic problems, that can help a lot of people.
Yes.
So you need to ask yourself, two questions majorly. Will I able to make a change in people's life after implementing this idea? Will it make a transformation to the people's life or change their lifestyle from wherever they are to to the next level? If you get the answer yes, start working on that idea.
Very true. Very true. Anything else you want them to look at before they start a business?
So apart from this, I think as I told you that they should identify that it should not be a Rajnikant thought. Sorry to say that. All departments are mine, only one man show.
Yeah.
Identify the great team, build a great team, segregate the responsibility, and then build an empire.
Brilliant. So I am now going to shift my gears to a rapid fire. Your favorite eating joint in Goa?
Terminal.
Your favorite holiday destination?
Hayat.
Hayat in Goa or?
Yeah. Hayat in Goa.
Hayat in Goa. What is Utkarsh's favorite pastime after work?
After?
After work.
Okay. Mainly, after work is my, again a second office which is my bedroom. I start opening where, wife curses me that, वहाँ बंद हो गया अभी यहाँ चालू हो गया.
So the
I
work
end up
goes
my
on.
day, almost night 11:30, 12 o'clock, and start my day again 6:30 in morning.
Okay. So work is your pastime as well. Okay. Your favorite actor?
Amitabh,
Your favorite movie?
I'll say it's a Janjeer.
Ranjeev. So I have in the last few days that I'm interviewing people, you're the second guy who has Amitabh Bachchan as his favorite actor. So on that note, I think thank you very much for having
Thank you
such
so
a
much.
lovely conversation.
Thanks a lot.
And sharing your story with us. I'm sure it has inspired a lot of people to take the plunge into entrepreneurship, and that's the motive after all.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, viewers, for giving us the opportunity once again and listening to this wonderful story of Utkarsh and GoaMiles. Again, I request you to send me your questions. If there are any particular questions that you want to ask these wonderful guests of mine, I'll be happy to do so on your behalf. So please do write to us on what are the questions that you want to see in your next episode. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.
Like, share and subscribe PBN Bharat.